So today we're going to have interview with amazing Brie DeMicheili. She is a soul origin therapist, and she can tap into the energy and discover your soul origin. So we're going to speak about the soul origin, how is it can affect your path, how is it working the session with her, and what you can expect during the session. So, Brie DeMicheeli, she's metaphysical practitioner who can discover your soul origin and what energies around you and how is it affected your path and your past experience and how is it connected to the past regression and past lives. She provides unique service which cannot find almost anywhere through different energy healers, different energy workers, light workers. It's very, very unique and very interesting service. It's concluding inside the past regression, the therapy, and present life, and to find that missed point, missed piece, which affected by your soul origin on your path. So let's meet Brian DeMicheili, and she's going to tell us everything about that. So, hello guys. Last week I was introducing the Brie DeMicheeli, which working as a soul origin explorer, and she provides the services regarding the soul origin. And here she is. So you can know more about these services and what you can learn from this and which services she provides regarding the soul origin. So, hi Brie. Let us to introduce yourself a little bit. Tell us more about your services in general, what you provide beside of soul origin, and after we'll speak about soul origin discovery.
Okay, well, I am a multidisciplinary metaphysical practitioner. It's what I have begun calling myself. I am a witch, I'm a medium, I'm a psychic, empath. I do tarot readings, I'm learning astrology. Pretty much, I do it all. I'm one of those one-stop shops for a lot of things, and if I can't do it, I get you to the people who can. Um, so I began on my path very young and have just expanded out from there. And
Right.
I am still learning. I'm still learning how to embrace certain gifts that I have. We talk about downloads and spiritual awakening process in this business. And as things kind of click into place for me, it's like, oh, wow, I can do that. I work with those gifts a lot for an extended period of time before I
Right.
offer them. Um,
Right.
you know, but I
Mhm.
channel. I do energy work. I have never taken a Reiki course, but I do know how to do energy work. That is something that I was gifted with, and it's my life is full of multiple things. So.
So tell us, how did you come into the point, and what was the click for you and point of your life that discovering all these abilities you have, the gifts you have, and everything you do regarding tarot, witchery, energy healing, or anything else you're practicing? How did you came to the solar region exploration? How did you come to that? If something happened that boosted you to learn this, from where are you, from where is your solar region can be, from where can you be and other people, what was that moment which made you to search and to look into this? Can you just share what was your point, this point in the life? Because many people, when they start to learn something and discover, it's always there is some shake up in the life. So did you had own reasons, if you and you want to share, or how did you end up to learn this?
Well, so about 3 years ago, there was some trauma going on in my life around family, and I really withdrew a little bit to work on myself. And during this time period, I was very hermited off. I was very closed off to the rest of the world, and I was really exploring, who am I? What is it that I want? Where did I come from? What is my purpose? I this is my gifts are things that I've always had around me and I've used them, but I didn't, and they've been a passion of mine, but I didn't pursue them as a business sided career until about 3 years ago. And during that time, as I was doing what a lot of people call shadow work, where you address those dark sides of yourself and explore your own self, I realized that the energies that I see around people that are their makeup, I can actually follow them back, and I can identify parts of their energy that come from specific areas. And I can tell you if a person is a mixture of different energies. You know, in my belief, how I view the universe, we are a very multidimensional universe, and there are different aspects in this universe. I believe that there are different realms of existence. I believe there are aliens. I believe that there are fairies. There are angels. There are demons. There are dragons, genies. I believe that each of these these mystical things that we think about really do exist. They just exist outside of a reality that we can see and perceive. And I think the reason why they have been present in human history through stories and things like that is because people have come to realize that these places really do exist. Well, it makes sense that here on this plane of existence, where we have such diversity in not only human beings but in belief systems, that energies from these different systems would join together to try to unify the universe, to try to equalize the energies. And as I started examining things more and more, one of the first areas that I was able to pick up on from people very easily was the fairy realm. I would be able to identify people who had quote unquote fairy souls, so connections with the fairies, and I would talk to them, and they would confirm, oh my God, fairies are around me all the time. I would talk to other individuals, and they'd be like, I don't feel like I'm from any of these places. And as we got further into it, we would figure out that they were starseed. Now, am I great at identifying which star sector you came from? No, that's why I work with somebody who helps me do that. But I can identify those starseed souls that were created in these planetary systems. So,
do you consider that the people who is reincarnate, the necessary being originated from some star seeds, or no? If the gifts which they have, or they feel like developing something in themselves, some habits to do some specific job, is that affected by them soul origin? Is it connected? How the people who is watching you now and our interview can identify if they can be solar star seeds, and if they have what they're walking now can be affected from because of this reincarnation, they have real solar origin from somewhere other galaxies. How is
right.
it their life? How they can see that yes, maybe I'm starseed or maybe I'm not, and what parts of life it can cover? If it's big affection of the solar region can be on present life.
Your soul origin does greatly affect your present life, because your soul origin does indeed affect your job basically in the universe. Let's break everything down very basic.
Yeah.
Every soul that comes into existence with a job. Okay? Part of that job is to maintain balance, or some people are meant to actually throw off balance. That's what their souls were created for, you know? So your soul origin, that is that first imprint. Those are those energies that combine together to create you. And your soul then kind of goes on a little journey. And you may end up being created from the ether. So you were created outside of fairy realm. You were just created from stardust, okay? Or
Mhm.
you may be created on a star seed planet, all right? Somebody who is created from the ether, their job is to really watch over everybody. Their job is going to be more to be the leaders. Their job is going to be the ones who are in charge, quote unquote, okay? Your star seeds are going to be the ones who would be more like the organizers, the people who are meant to help bring people the knowledge and bring them to the other people who can help elevate them, help activate them, help raise their vibration. And then you've got these other realms that each of them comes with a specific job. I consider the fairy realm to be the realm of magic. This is the magic realm. So if you're coming from the fairy realm, that means that you are meant to spend this life working with magic energies. You know, if you come from angel realm, you are meant to be a guardian, you are meant to be a guide, you are meant to be a protector of people and to help them. If you come from, let's talk about one of the darker sides that people don't talk about very often. You come from demon realm, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean that, it depends on what portion, just like, but there are very dark demons, but there are demons who are actually there to just show you through mischievous actions that, we are all actually meant to work together. So, because energy, whether light or dark, it's never good or bad, really. It's all about, is it balanced or unbalanced? It's those balanced energies that we're all trying to obtain again. It doesn't matter where you come from. We all originated from the void, okay? So we all start off together, all those energies, but then where we form our first being, our first sense of individual consciousness, that is our soul origin. So the void may send you off and you may start off on, give me a planet, any planet, Mars, okay? You start off on Mars. So you come into being. Your soul conscious being is a little bit more fiery, a little bit more aggressive. And then say after you have done your time and you've spent your energy there, your energy moves on to, you reincarnate or you incarnate into fairy realm, and you spend a lifetime in the fairy realm. You learn things there. And then when that incarnation is over, you choose to come to what we would consider this dimension, human realm, okay? And you choose to interact with other people. Now, your soul origin is always going to mean that you have that fiery energy, okay? That is built in. That is who you are in your essence. But because you have spent time in the fairy realm learning about the magics and things like that, you may be very drawn to the metaphysical. You may be drawn very much to magic. Um, a lot of people who have high healing energies, you, for example, you have spent time in an angel realm. There's no way that you could not have, because it is your desire to help and to heal. It is your desire to help elevate people and open them up. But I can tell you that your origin goes beyond that. Your origin goes back further. You would be what I would consider a angel alien hybrid, actually. So what happens with people like you is, when the universe sent your energy out to be incarnated for the first time, you would have taken the energy from the aliens and the angels, and your soul would have combined. Meant to heal here, but you're meant to heal the universe. You're meant to heal and expand people's knowledge
So
of these things.
let's take, you know that I'm doing the classes, and let's take my students who has natural ability and natural desire to help the people around them, to help themselves, to help the world, to help everybody around, you know, natural desire. So they might be from the angel race, right? And if they people, not only my students, but other people who is watching us, if they feel like they lost the way or the path and they don't know where to go, you know these points of our life and everything seems ruined and you don't know where to move forward. So if they're going to come to your services which you can provide them regarding the solar region, can it help them to point them in the life? Can it help them to have like a therapy kind of, to show them the ways, to show them the path? How is that can help? How these services was developed by you, and how did it help you as well in your life? And how is that works? Can you explain what people can find from you, can learn from you, and how is that can help them who's who lost the way, or who's who just interested about the path or solar region, or just interesting about spirituality? Just did you develop it in some system of services, and how did it affect if you had already the practice with that techniques?
So when somebody comes to me for this, you know, and I'm examining their energies, I consider this a energy based service, because I am literally, what is the soul? It is energy, right? So I'm literally looking at your soul and I'm following the lines back. Um, so I don't charge a ton for it, but we're not going to talk pricing. What we're going to talk about is what happens when I sit there and I connect with you and I take you back to your soul origin. This opens the door for you. It really does. If you are a lost soul from the angel kingdom, okay, and you don't know that you're supposed to be working with your brothers and your sisters, and suddenly I come to you and I say, you will find home, you will find help, you will find strength by working with the angels. And you go off and you start really researching the different angels and identifying with them and learning who you've worked with in the past and who is really on your side, who you may have had some beef with in the past, things like that. You are going to expand exponentially. It's identifying the energies that you work best with. It doesn't mean you can't work with other energies, but you always start with what you do best before you branch out.
All right, so then the person comes to you and let's say he tells you, hi, Bri, I lost my way. I feel that I can do this. I feel that I can do this. In past time, I made this and this, but I stopped at that. So this, you take it like a therapy, right? You go like in regression to see from what the person started, what was his interest, what was his path, what was his changes, and you point him by reading his energy, or how exactly it works, how the person can understand this service.
So what I do is, like, I am, they say it's because I'm Sagittarius. I see people's energies, okay? And because I am able to see the energy makeup, I am able to follow it along past, you know, down lines. And I stop at certain points and I go, this is what was going on here. Mm-hmm. And we talk about it and it triggers things. So I walk people through some past life stuff. I don't get into very specific details as some people do, but I can say, yes, this is what was going on 300 years ago, whatever. But it's very much you opening up to me and allowing me to visualize and work my way along your path. And I talk to you and I tell you what I'm seeing and I let you know the things that I am witnessing along the way. And eventually you go so far down any path, you come to an end, right? It doesn't matter. I can see where it branches off 3 different ways, and it's almost like when right now you're human. So I follow that down a little bit, and it you go to a fork in the road, and it's gonna say angel, fairy, alien. Okay, it doesn't matter which one of those paths I choose to follow to tell you about that lifetime. Eventually, it's going to loop back around to your soul origin path. And that's what we're working towards, is where did you come from? How do we get back to your, I call it your soul's life purpose. I have done tarot spreads with this. It's a very, it's something that I came up with, but I use multiple cards to talk about what's going on in your current life. What is it that you need to be focusing on, and what is it something the universe wants you to know? And then I take what is it the universe wants you to know, and I relate that back to this is meant to do. This is what you, and a lot of people who have done these things with me, afterwards they've come back to me and they've told me that they feel just more centered. It's just like a piece of the puzzle that was missing has fallen into place, and they are able to see more of the picture than they were before, which is what my service is all about. It's not about, it's basically me putting you back on the path that you lost along the way. So that way you can explore and you can expand in your natural abilities.
Right. So basically you tap into the energy using different tools.
I
You are like
can.
digging around to find out this missing point, right? This missing piece to bring the puzzle
Yes.
wall. All right.
Yes.
And it's
And
included as well, like kind of past regression therapy.
yes, I don't like with a lot of past life regression therapists, they put you into a state of hypnosis and they take you back through your mind, through your soul, okay?
Yes.
So that you can experience it with them. I am capable of doing this. It is not something I do frequently because it is very time consuming, and I am a straight to the point kind of lady. I want to go, but what I do is I talk to you during the energy session. I tell you what I am seeing. And as I'm telling people these things, they're like, "Oh my God, that explains that dream I had 3 weeks ago."
It's like
You know?
you tap in the energy and you're downloading the information from
Yeah.
them.
I download and I give it to them versus taking them through the whole programming. I just print it off for them, and some people are wanting the experience and wanting to re-experience those past lives. Me personally, I know what many of my past lives were. I don't like re-experiencing those things, some of them that happened. And so, you know what? Those things happened because it was part of my soul's evolution to get here. Whether or not there's something that held over from karma, and I need to work on that. Well, you know what? That's why you've suddenly found me. It's so that I can help you identify what are you supposed to be working on? What are you supposed to cut out of your life? What are you supposed to focus on in your life? Are you being altruistic enough? And for anybody who doesn't know what altruism means, are you giving without wanting to receive in return? When I do the free readings, as you do the free readings in different groups and things like that, We are doing an energy exchange. We are being altruistic. We are giving of ourselves without expecting anything in return. We let people know that if they want more, they can always come ask us and purchase more. But we are giving without expecting anything in return. I don't ever expect anybody to leave me feedback. I say it's appreciated because it is. But that doesn't mean I gave you your reading for me to get the feedback. I could care less. I like to see that I'm right. I like to see I've helped you. That's the human selfishness. I was drawn to you to give you your reading, to work with you in this free manner.
So basically, you provide these services for soul origin discovery for the people who lost their way, who want to work more on them, development, spiritual or whatever it is. And it's like kind of therapy with past life regression, with digging around, tap in present life, and to point them to the plan, to the, with missing piece. It's like complex kind of therapy, energy based, correct?
It is. And I am not going to sit here and say that I can do it all in one day. I have had people that I have had sessions that have taken weeks.
Yes, it's correct. The session sometimes it's a process. You can't make it just like this. It's normal because it's discovery process, of course.
It is. And there are some parts of people's soul origins that we talked a little bit about demons. People who come from demon realms who have incarnated into human form often don't want to be found out. Why? Because there is a human fear of demons. There's a human thinking that makes you a wrong person or an evil person or this, that, and the other. And I have to really help work through those blockages to help them accept, you know what? Demons can be just as protective as angels. They really can. And it doesn't mean that they're not all blood, guts, and gore, and they're not all manipulate. A demon just literally comes from a darker side of energy. An angel comes from lighter side of energy. So I can't, you can't help it that your soul popped out in the black void and your soul popped out in the white void. We can't help that. What we can do is we can learn how to work with those energies we've been gifted from our incarnation to bring about balance.
All right. If you have, for example, the person who coming to you and requesting the services from you, how long normally it can take, and how do you do it, by Skype or by chat, distantly, or in some other applications? Do you need the eye contact by video, or it's not necessary? How is that works? Just explain a little bit to who's listening now. How is it performed, the sessions, and how long it can be done? I mean, 1 hour, 2 hours, or 30 minutes, or you can do half of the session even without them to be present at different ways.
Absolutely. So a session with me, typically I block an hour when you come to me. A lot of times they can be done in 30 minutes to that hour period. As to whether or not it's going to be just on Messenger or if I need a video really depends on the picture you send me. When we are doing soul origins, I need to see your energies. I can feel your energy through text. And we do a lot of texting because I want you to be able to go back and read it. But I may just need a picture. Or if you have blockages that I sense that I'm going to have to really get in there and work through, then I'm going to want to do a video chat with you, because then I'm interacting with those live energies. So each session is a case-by-case situation, just like when you come to a doctor with a sore. Each sore is addressed differently. So I address each person differently. I don't change pricing for an hour-long session. Well, It's booked at an hour. It normally takes 30 to 45 minutes. But we normally end up taking an hour BSing, for the last 15 minutes because you're amazed or whatever. I charge $45 for this service. I think that is fair, and I think people get a lot out of it because it is very draining for me. If I book a session with you, and in that hour we cannot accomplish what we have set out to do, it takes 2 or 3 sessions. It takes 2 or 3 sessions. I am there to work with you, and I'm not there. I am a business entity, but I'm not there to just. You paid me to get to the crux of where you came from. Well, if it takes me 2 or 3 days to figure this out, that's my fault, not yours.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Sorry, I just wanted to ask you one thing, very important one, because many clients, they think still that it's very important to be presented face-to-face locally, and it's not so effective, the distance sessions. Can you just tell briefly if there is a difference in locally face-to-face to see the person, or to provide these services by the distance, if it affects differently, or if it brings a different result? Because many people, they aware and they doubt about distant kind of sessions, but we are living in the 21st century and everything connected online, and all these applications, Skype, always even Facebook time, everything. And just tell a little bit about that.
No, you do not have to be face to face. You don't have to be face to face for healings. You don't have to be face to face for tarot reading. None of that. The fact of the matter is, energy travels, and energy travels in an instant. If I am connected in with your energy, and you verify that I have connected in with your energy, why do I need to be in the same room as you? I'm still feeling you. I have even proven to people, okay, I've connected in with your energy. I'll go, oh my God, my energy can move to you, and your energy can move to me. Now, I always maintain boundaries because of that. So I don't think they're going to come. It's always going to reach your boundaries. And we only work in areas that you allow us to. And I always warn people ahead of the time, okay, I'm going to touch a body part, and I always keep it hand, arm, head, things like that. I want you to tell me where you feel me touching you. And I would say 95% of the time, there is a connection that is strong enough established with these people for them to see that energy, that it knows no bounds. It literally knows no bounds. That's what I personally love about energy work, which I think you appreciate. This is, you can be in another continent, and you can literally take somebody who is feeling pain and just not able to move and having difficulties, and within a few minutes of you connecting with their energies, suddenly they're up and they're going to the bathroom without a problem. They're cooking a meal that they haven't cooked in months, and to be able to do that in a matter of minutes or in an hour or however long the session needs to be, it's a gift that the universe has given individuals like you, like me. And there are people that they do have to be face to face. They do. These people are not master energy workers on the level that you and I are. They are master hands-on energy workers. And there is a difference. Just like everything, there's levels to everything. So I want to assure people out there that there are people that you can get with that are able to do things with your energy, with your permission. And that's one of the things that you always want to look at is, are these people asking your permission? Because that is something that, the masters always do. We recognize consent is needed in order for it to be fully accepted by the soul.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Okay, Bri. Tell us and everybody who's watching this video now, what is your contact details, where the people can find you, where they can discover your services and pricing, Facebook page or any contacts, emails, a website, just any social media. Just let us know and I will write it down as well.
me through my Facebook business page, Storm Dancers, Crafts, and Spiritual Works. Or you can always check out my group. It's Storm Dancers Metaphysical Hangouts. You can add me as friend, and you can contact me that way. I also have an email. It is stormdancershadowmistress@gmail.com. So you can email me, and we can set up appointments that way. So, I will type it out to Natalia so that she can put it up, so that you know how to get hold of me. But I really do look forward to working with individuals, and I really do hope that whether you choose to work with me or another energy worker, that you recognize that this is all about your own personal evolution, and that one of the things that we are here to do is to help you on your spiritual path. We're not here to walk it for you, but we're here to give you the tools so that you can find your meaning.
Bri, I was recently researching regarding solar regions, that, and I was looking for the people who can provide that services. It's not such a popular service actually. I didn't meet anyone who can tap in and discover solar region. You actually the one person only, and astrologers they can see, but it's a natal chart, it's different. But to work out it through the energy tapping and regression and discovery with exactly point the solar region, this is something unique, and that's why I wanted to interview you, because I know that many people are looking for that, and basically you are looking all around and you can't find answers, and it's like a lot of water around, a lot of information, a lot of YouTube videos, articles, some people who's around to watch it in the cards, but it's all different. It needs to be done a full therapy, like with regression, the tapping around, tapping into the energy, reading the energy fields, and to point the person as a therapy. And you're only the one person who provide with like a package service, and I'm going to recommend you to other people. And I hope everybody who is watching now this video, they will contact you, because it's really worth it, and you can find this kind of services, unique service, all around the internet. It is I know so many groups, I know so many people who's in spiritual and energy work, and they don't do that things. So I just wanted to let you know that one of your unique series and very interesting, very unusual, and the people has to pay attention with if they really want to discover the solar region or the path or they lost the way.
Yes, thank you, and I appreciate that. And you know what? I think that is, I know where my soul originated from, and I know what my job is, and my job is to help people realign so that we can realign the universe, folks. There are so many energies that are chaotic out there, and our job is to help keep it controlled chaos and keep it balanced. Because you know what? If we don't use it, we are going to lose it, and I don't want to see us losing it.